Hey everybody, here is our weather update for you tonight. We're going to focus solely on the storm arriving later this week. I'm going to show you different models on what we're looking at as far as timing, precipitation types, amounts, and then we'll kind of wrap up with talking about some of the wind that will be associated with the storm and then the basic 7-day forecast. So I want to start by showing you the actual storm we're looking at. It's just now out on the west coast, the Pacific Northwest coast, and so what we're looking at in this map here is upper level of the atmosphere. And you can see kind of the brighter colors out there in the Pacific Northwest. This was this afternoon. The system is actually going to ride down the coast. So what we're going to look at now, this will be the map for 7 a.m. on Wednesday. And it's pretty obvious, its location. It's down there across the southwestern portion of the country. What that's going to do is kind of pump the ridge, we call it, the high pressure in front of it. It will allow warmer air to start to flow up across the plain states and into this area. And it's going to get a lot warmer before the storm gets here. So the storm we're talking about for Thursday is just now coming into the northwestern part of the country, and by Wednesday will be located in the southwestern portion of the country, and then it will start to head this way. So we're going to go over the computer models on this. The three I like to use with these have been the European, the Canadian, and the GFS, or the US model. We're going to start with the European, and this is going to be 7 a.m. on Thursday, and you can see the low coming into Oklahoma, and again, it's mostly rain. We've been saying all along we favor mostly rain with this, but there could be some winter mix changeover at the end. So 7 Thursday, mostly rain. This is now 1 p.m. on Thursday. There's the low in southern Illinois. That would keep most of this area in mostly rain. We're going to zoom in for a closer look. Again, this is early afternoon on Thursday. Most of our viewing area, still rain. Mixed to snow northwest of here, based on the European model. We're staying with the European. This is now around 4 p.m. on Thursday. Now the low is tracking up into the southern portion of Indiana, say around near the Bloomington area, give or take. And now we do show a mix near I-70 and northward. Again, this is in the afternoon. So we should start rain, go to a mix, and then probably end as some snow. This is now 7 p.m. on Thursday. The low has made its way into Ohio. Some colder air moves in behind it. We should go over to a wintry mix, as you see here, 7 p.m. So again, a wintry mix, snow north, and then kind of tapering off. And then this is about, say 4 or 5 a.m. on Friday. So the European favors mostly rain, but some mix towards the end. This is the Canadian. Now the Canadian all along has been the south track with this storm. 7 Thursday, it shows a wintry mix near this area. This is 1 p.m. on Thursday. The low track is a lot farther south, down near Memphis. So when we zoom in for a closer look, Thursday afternoon, we're showing that wintry mix near I-70 and points north already. A little faster movement to the south, but still showing mostly rain south of I-70. This is now around 4 in the afternoon on Thursday. The low track is a little farther south than the European, down near Louisville. So at this point, we are showing kind of a wintry mix across a lot of the area with some rain in the far southeast. Again, this is around 4 in the afternoon on Thursday. And then this is around 7 p.m. Thursday. Most of us have transitioned over to a bit of a wintry mix and then eventually moves out by around 4 a.m. on Friday. Timing is the same, but the Canadian wants to take a farther south track. Probably a little too far south in my opinion, but it's one of the things that we're considering. The GFS is kind of the opposite of that. It has been the more northerly track. So this is the GFS model, the US model. This one is 7 Thursday, all rain, no doubt, all rain here. This is 1 p Thursday. Pretty strong low pressure near the center portion of Illinois, all rain here. This is now 7 p.m. on Thursday, the low tracking across northern Ohio, all rain here, and then gone once we get into 4A Friday. Timing is the same, almost everything falls during the period of Thursday, but the GFS model is mostly all rain with not much of a mix into this area. So let's talk about what the models are seeing. With the GFS being farther north, it shows almost no snow here. Matter of fact, it's almost an completely rain event. But it shows some pretty big snowfall totals to the north, up near northern Illinois, but it keeps it all north of here. This is the European, a little bit farther south, still not a whole lot around here. Most of our counties would, be probably under an inch or so, maybe not much more than that. So again, favoring mostly rain. This is the Canadian. Remember, it's always been the farther south track. This would put some of the heavier snows in our northern counties. But even that, these snowfall totals wouldn't even be comparable to that last storm we had, but there would be some okay snow in the northern counties. Again, I think this is the outliner. I don't think this one's kind of following the trend of the others, but it's one of the options that we've got to look at. This is probably a better idea. This is the national blend of models. This gives you a pretty good idea. South of I-70, it's got up to 1.5 inches. North of I-70, 1.5 to 3 inches, give or take, of snow. This is snow. So right now, again, doesn't look like a ton of snow in this area, but some possible at the end. How about freezing rain? This is a European. Again, mostly our northern counties, it does show maybe 1 to 2/10 of an inch. Probably a bit much there. Remember, GFS is way north. Not an issue. If the GFS pans out, this is not an issue at all as far as any winter weather. And this is the Canadian, and of course, farther south, we have more ice in the area. Again, probably a good mix between the GFS and the Canadian. I think that the transition from the rain to the snow and the wintry mix will be brief, so I don't think we got a big problem with much freezing rain. This is the sleet on the European. Not really too much. This is the GFS. Again, it's way north. And then we'll show you what it looks like on the Canadian. And it does show a pretty good band of some sleet along and south of I-70. So obviously the idea is that we're favoring mostly rain, but a transition period is in there Thursday from early afternoon to evening, but it doesn't last long. Remember, the last storm snowed basically that whole Thursday. This one should transition and then end fairly quickly. And even if we do get some snow on the backside, it does not look like right now it's a huge amount. There will be a severe weather element in this storm as well. This is a projected area where we could see some bigger storms on Thursday morning, maybe getting up to southern Indiana, southern Illinois. The better chance of severe weather, I believe, is going to be down across Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, places like that. There could be a fair amount of severe weather. But right now, I think most of that is going to stay just to the south of this area. One thing that will for sure be a problem, there's going to be a lot of rain. Even if the rain changes to some snow at the end, a lot of rain. This is the Canadian, and I mean, we're talking 2+ inches of rain. We could potentially see a month's worth of rain out of the storm basically in 24 hours. So, and the ground is frozen for the most part. It's all runoff. We've got melting snow and ice as well. This is the GFS, and it has us at 1.5 inches to about 2 inches. And again, that's pretty significant in the wintertime to see that amount of rain. And the European, again, heavy. So river flooding, lowland flooding, if you live in a flood-prone area, this is probably going to be an issue on Thursday with the rains that come in. So regardless if we see a transition to some winter weather on the backside, we're for sure looking at quite a bit of rain with this system. And I wanted to show you this because it's also going to get windy, but mostly before the storm. This is wind gusts in the morning on Wednesday. They will be from the south, but we're showing wind gusts of 40, 45, even close to 50 miles per hour in this area. So there's going to be wind with it. A lot of the wind is going to come prior to the storm getting here with those south winds, but that will pump the temperatures up. So here's what our actual forecast looks like for the next 7 days. We have nothing to worry about on Tuesday. Fine day. Windy, very windy on Wednesday, but highs approaching 60. The rain will hold off, it looks like, till probably late Wednesday night. Most of this is going to come Thursday. Rain, then a mix to into snow, 51, but falling temperatures on Thursday. Again, right now we're favoring mostly rain, but some mix, and there could be some snow, but right now we don't think it's going to be a big deal as far as a lot of snow. Cold behind that, single-digit temperatures Friday morning. But we warm right back up, and temperatures are back approaching 60 again by next Monday. By the way, there is a potential another bigger storm system coming up later next week, but we'll worry about that one when we get there and what it could mean for the valley. So that's where we stand right now. It's almost an all Thursday event. I want to stress this does not look like the storm prior, which dumped a lot of snow and ice in the area. It may bring some snow, but we think it's going to be more rain. There could be some flood issues because of the rain with the system, and it should all be over by Thursday night. So that's our update for tonight. Of course, we'll keep you up to date both on air and online between now and when the storm arrives coming up on Wednesday night into Thursday.